CBS presents this program in color.
Thank you very much. In honor of Halloween, we have a special treat for you this evening. My brother Tom is going to do a trick. Now, over the weekend, my brother dematerialized, and he promised me that he would rematerialize this evening. Now, are you ready, Tom?
Yes, DS. I'm ready. Before your very eyes, I shall reassemble myself. The spirit of Smothers is now ready.
All right, Tommy. Now, hurry up and do it, will you?
First, I must chant the magic words. Stem the turnip, root of beet. Here comes Smothers in his sheet. Shazam!
Oh, that's really very clever, Tommy. Now, can you take off that silly sheet and stop acting funny? Come on.
Dickie,
Come on, let me take it off. Wow.
Dick, there's been a mistake. You've got the wrong body.
Well, actually, Tommy, I think that's a matter of opinion. Stay tuned, folks, for the Dickie Smothers Comedy Hour, and away we go.
It's the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. With guest stars Shirley Jones, the Nitty Gritty Group Band, at the console, special guest star Blackstone Jr., the Jimmy Joy Singers, the Louis DuPont Dancers, and Nelson Riddle and his orchestra. From Television City in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, meet the Smothers Brothers.
Thank you very much. You know, my brother Tom has decided to hold a seance tonight, and he's going to try, and I say try, to contact the living.
No, Dick, not the living, the dead.
Oh, yes, the spirit worlds. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. I know it sounds crazy and zany and all that, but Tommy claims to have the power of clairvoyance.
That's right. You know, whenever my brother's going to say anything, I know exactly what he's going to say before he says it, because I've got the LSD.
Tommy, you mean ESP.
I knew you were going to say that. Oh. You want me to get on with the seance?
Yeah, just go
ahead. Just relax and have faith and believe, because my mind is a medium.
No, you're wrong already. Your mind's more like a small. But don't let that stop you. Just get on with it.
Dickie, you're sending out bad vibes.
Vibes?
I am a medium, and I can contact the dead. Ooh. I'm starting to go into a dance.
I think the word is trance.
I knew you were going to say that.
Okay.
Ooh, my mind is leaving. Oh, oh. Hello.
Have you contacted a spirit?
Yes, they're trying to contact me.
Wow.
Hello. Yes, this is the world. I will check. No, he's not here. Goodbye.
Who was it?
Wrong number.
Listen, I'm afraid your ESP is just not convincing, Tommy.
You're right, Dick.
You haven't done anything. You're going, ooh, ooh. We're supposed to believe. Right, nobody believes you.
I am going.
You stand here and you just do rot. That's all it is, rot. Tommy rot.
Okay, then I will use my crystal ball.
Okay, use your crystal
This is a very important crystal ball.
Where'd you get it?
There are a lot of spirits in this crystal ball. Hello, spirits. A whole lot of spirits.
A whole lot of spirits? Well, yeah. How many?
Oh, a whole lot of spirits.
Are you kidding me?
There's over...
Come on, how many?
807. And they're all talking.
What are they saying?
Move over. It's crowded in here.
Come on, Tommy, that's ridiculous.
That's the way they talk. It's, watch me shake them up.
Knock it off, Smothers, or we'll get you.
They're going to get us, Dickie. They're coming.
What did you do?
The spirits and spooks are coming. Watch it. Huh? What's that?
If you go out on the streets tonight, you're sure for a big surprise.
If you go out in the streets tonight, you better go in disguise.
For every witch that ever there was is gathered there together, because tonight's the night the witches have their picnic.
Nothing says lovin' like something from the oven.
Stay out.
I know, I heard you.
Spirits.
Wasn't that fun for me?
Did you have a lot of fun doing
Yeah, you know, Dickie, Halloween is my favorite holiday. In fact,
Is it really your favorite holiday?
Yeah, just before the show tonight, I was out ringing doorbells, trick-or-treating.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Aren't you a little old for trick-or-treating?
No, that's my bag.
Well, do you have any tricks for us?
No, but I do have a treat.
That's right. My brother does have a treat. Ladies and gentlemen, right now we have a real treat in store for you. The bewitching and the beautiful Shirley Jones singing Softly As I Leave You.
For
often admiring the great works in the art galleries, have we wished that one of these great paintings could come to life, if just for a moment, the things it could tell us. Like this masterpiece of the celebrated Blue Boy by Sir Thomas Gilbert. Hello, Blue Boy. Blue Boy. Blue Boy, hello. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, you're coming through.
Oh, then why didn't you answer me?
Because I don't want to be Blue Boy, that's why.
Now, look at Tommy. You're supposed to be Blue Boy. You agreed to be a famous painting, and you're stuck with Blue Boy.
Oh, yeah? Well, I don't want to stand here in these nissy sickers. These sissy knickers.
Well, you have to, because that's the way they dressed in those days. Gainsborough knew what he was doing.
Oh, sure. If he knew what he was doing, why doesn't he stand up here with his hands on his hips?
Tommy!
I hear them out there whispering, only his hairdressers know for sure.
You're crying out loud.
I'm beginning to wonder myself.
All right, that's just enough. You don't want to be Blue Boy. Who do you want to be?
Well,
it's a cinch you can't be the thinker.
well, I'm thinking about
What
that.
are you thinking about that?
There are plenty of great paintings that I could be.
All right, name one.
Well, there's...
Yeah, go ahead, Big Mouth. Name one.
Well, let's see. Well, there's always that beautiful thing, I could be that beautiful thing by Shakespeare. I think it's hanging in the Louvre.
Shakespeare's painting hanging in a Louvre. Yes, I thought so, Tommy. You don't even know a single good painting. You're a stupid person without 1 ounce of culture. You're gonna be Blue Boy because I said so, and that's final. So shut up.
You, Dickie Smothers, don't you ever holler at me again or I'll scratch your eyes out.
Well, now let's move on to another famous painting created by a man who's not only a great painter, but a scientist, an inventor, and a great thinker. A man who was many, many years ahead of his time. I'm referring, of course, to Leonardo da Vinci. And here is his most famous painting, the Mona Lisa. Mona, may I talk to you for a moment?
Are you a friend of Lenny's?
Who?
Leonardo, you know, the man who did me.
Oh, Gosh, Mona, didn't you know Leonardo da Vinci's been dead for hundreds of years?
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Wow, that's really a drag. Well, he would have wanted it that way. He was such a groove.
Yeah, I bet he was.
Oh, he really was. You know, Lenny was very far out. He had all different kinds of bags, like airplanes and submarines and rockets. Wow, he'd invent anything to take a trip. He was really a gas. Wow, it's really nice of you to come by and talk.
Well, I don't imagine you have many people coming by to talk to you, you know, hanging up in a museum like this.
Oh, no, it's really a hang-up, hanging out here in a museum, you know, being hung up on a wall.
Well, I've never tried it, but I guess it would be. Still, your smile has brought pleasure to millions and millions of people.
Oh, that's nice. I dig pleasure. Wow, it really cracks me up.
Tell me, Mona, your picture is done with such detail, such artistry. Now, how long did it take Leonardo to paint you?
Oh, 168 days.
You mean you sat there posing for 168 days?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, how can you keep that smile for so long?
Oh, well, you see, Lenny was a great gardener, and he used to grow this really great stuff up in his attic. It's really great for smiling.
Yes, I'm sure. Mona, one last question before we have to leave. A lot of people, this is a serious question. A lot of people have wondered, you know, you're such a beautiful, striking woman. Now, honestly, did Mr. Da Vinci ever paint you in the nude?
Oh, yeah, but usually he wore a smock.
Thank you and good night, Mona Lisa. And last but certainly not least, we come to perhaps the most celebrated of all American paintings. What art lover has not admired the dignity and the serenity and the repose of Whistler's mother? So, you're Whistler's mother.
Well, I'm not Anne Margaret.
That's certainly true. Tell me about the painting, Mrs. Whistler. What was your son's reason for facing you in profile like this? Was it to symbolize the dignity of motherhood? Or was it to bring out the solitude of her responsibilities? Or the respect of her family position?
No, it's because I got a wart on this side.
Wart?
Yeah, James was very weak on warts. He couldn't paint them worth a lick.
Well, tell me, Mrs. Whistler.
Listen, why don't you call me Agatha?
Oh, Agatha?
My husband's been gone for quite a spell now, and gets kind of lonely around the house.
Well, yes, I can imagine. Now, about the painting.
You're not single, are you?
Now, I noticed that there's a certain composition to the colors. They seem
You
to...
sound awfully cute.
Now, please, Mrs. Whistler, now, may we please get back to talking about the painting?
Fiddle on the painting. I want a little action.
Well, I think it's about time that I leave.
Come on, pussycat. Come on up here.
Agatha!
Sit on my lap and we'll rock.
You're kidding. Now, stop that.
Come here,
You
miss.
shouldn't act that way.
Well, chicken, that's your trouble. Underneath this shawl, I'm a tiger.
I'm sure you
Have my wart removed.
All right.
Come on.
Hello. Right now you're seeing another facet of Tommy Smothers. I'm about to do a painting. You know, originally I wanted to do a believable portrait of our president, but I discovered there weren't enough gaps in the brush. So instead, I'm doing my, Instead, I'm doing my own composition. It's of our next guest tonight. I call it An Ode to 6 Talented and Very Groovy Musicians. It's the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band.
Well, I went to a dance with Sister Kate. You know, everybody dances, she dances great. I realized a thing or two. Kate was into something new. I looked at Kate, she was in a trance. I realized it was in her dance. Well, everybody was going wild about this dancing style. Well, I wish I could chimney on Sister Kate. She shakes just like full jelly on a plate. Mama wanted to know last night, said, why's everybody treat Kate so right? Well, all the boys in the neighborhood, you can't shimmy and it's understood. Well, I may be late, but I'll be up to date. When I chimney on Sister Kate, everybody dance. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can chimney like my Sister Kate. She shakes it just like full jelly on the plate. Mama wanted to know last night, said, why's everybody treat Kate so right? Well, Mama, it's understood. Kate shaking it awful good. When I made the late, but I'll be up to date. When I chimney like my sister, chimney like my sister, chimney like my Sister Kate. All right.
In honor of Halloween, we thought it would be fun to have an honest-to-goodness magician on the show. And Tommy and I, for a long time, have been very good friends with a fellow whose name is the most respected name in the world of magic. I'm very happy to present at this time the great Blackstone Jr.
Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you, Dick and Tommy, for having us here with you on this Halloween extravaganza. Here's something that perhaps you've seen before, but if you haven't, we'd like you to watch it very carefully because I think we're going to fool you. See, it has to do with this bird in a cage. Now, this canary is going to disappear right from the tips of my fingers, and you'll not see where it goes either. And not only while I'm holding it, but while some of you are holding it as well. I wonder if I could ask some of the folks down here near the front row to kind of help me out on this. The young lady there, would you like to help us? I'd like you to help me hold the cage up here. Come on up, right up next to the edge. And the young lady here with the green dress on. And bring your father along, too, right next to you. That's fine. All three of you help me out. Now, I'd like you to reach up and put your hand on the front of the cage. One hand, yes, it's on the end of your arm there. Right up here. Step up closer. That's fine. Don't be afraid. It won't bite. And you reach over and put your hand on the side of the cage. That's fine. And your hand on top of the cage. That's right. Better put it on the bottom of the cage. You won't be all out of shape then. That's fine. And your other hand up on the other side. Your other hand's on the other arm. That's fine. And your other hand up there, too. Oh, my goodness. You find it? Well, that's the way it goes. Thank you. Thank you very much. I wonder, may I please borrow a gentleman's handkerchief? I'd like to borrow a gentleman's handkerchief. Anyone at all that has one. A white one, preferably one that's folded. Gentleman's handkerchief? You have one? Fine. May I borrow it from you, if you please? You don't mind if I use it? Good. What I'd like to do is to change this handkerchief into a spook. A real live spook. A spook with muscles. What? Killed it. You know, when you kill a spirit, the first thing you want to... I'd like to return this to, from whomever I borrowed it, from you. I'd like to return this to you, not in all. It's yours. Come right back up and get it. I don't want it. Right there. That's fine. There's another one just like it that you can have. Thank you very much. I'd like to ask a question before we go any further this evening. How many of you ladies and gentlemen here in the studio audience believe in the phenomenon known as perception, or perhaps you call it mind reading or mental telepathy? Do we have any believers in that this evening? Anyone at all? All right, all of you with your hands raised, you're out. Because I'm looking for the skeptics tonight, and I assume by the lack of response that the rest of you are either skeptical or disinterested. I'd like to try to make believers out of a few, and in so doing, I'd like to invite a couple of people to help me out. Are you busy? No, you're not. Would you help me, if you please? Step right over here, if you will, right here. But why don't you step right up here in my office for just a second? That's fine. And just for laughing, you can come up too. Come on. Right over here into the center, if you will. Watch the footlights. Don't step on them. That's fine. And what is your name, sir?
Leslie Greenfield.
Leslie Greenfield. And what is your first name?
Bob Freeman.
Bob.
Freeman.
Freeman. Now, the questions get tougher as we go along, Bob. All righty, fine. Now, what we're going to do is a little something that I call the fastest card trick in the world. during this particular trick, I'm going to ask somebody here in the audience to call out the name of a playing card, and when they do, it will jump right out of this deck of playing cards right here. This deck right here. And you're going to hold the deck. Hold on to it right there if you will, please. Hold it in the palm of your hand. That's fine. It will jump out of that deck, turn around in the air, and go into the palm of my hand upside down. Now, mind you, I said it's the fastest trick in the world, and the reason that I've invited you up here, I want you to be the timekeeper, the umpire. You follow what I mean? Good. You help me out right there. You hold the cards. Hold them in your other hand, if you will, please, and hold them at eye level, if you will. Right out at arm's length, at eye level. No, mine, not yours. That's fine, right there. And would someone, anyone, please call out the name of a card?
Ace of spades.
The ace of spades. Thank you. Just like we rehearsed it. Perfect. No, actually, we've never met before, and you're going to see the ace of spades do that. I want you to time me now and see how long it takes us to find the ace of spades. Hold it a little looser, if you will, please, and look at your watch right there, if you will, please. Hold it up just a... What's the matter? Oh, geez, he does. Wouldn't you know it, the only guy in the studio without a watch. I got to get him for a timekeeper. What, you had one?
Yeah?
You had one when? When you came in tonight?
When I was sitting down there.
Are you sure you didn't put it in your pocket? You checked in your pocket there. Sometimes, you know, you might take it off when you never know what might happen on that sort of thing. That's terrible. On the other side of it? Oh, that's all. That's terrible. Check what's over here on the other. How about right there in the other? No, can't find it around anywhere. Well, that's terrible. I'm going to hold those up just a little bit, and that's fine. Tell you what, just in such an emergency, I always carry an extra watch with me. This is a very nice gold watch right here. This is a Tupperware watch. Right on there. Wear it in good health. That's fine. There's another one just like it that you can have. And as a little token of my appreciation, you might like to have this as your belt. I found that around your waist there. I got that a moment after I got the wallet out of your back pocket. Geez, tough season, isn't it? There it is. And that's what we can hear. Would you please step right over here on this side? Now. That's right. What's the matter? This is probably what you're looking for. I found this around your neck right there. Here, let's put this right back on. We have a very high-class show here. You want to put that on, make it look much better. Watch your step on the way down over there. Let's give them a nice hand. Help!
Watch your shirt, huh? Hey, that was fantastic. It was really great.
Thank you. Thank you, Tom.
You know, Harry has worked with my brother and myself many times, and we still don't know how he does those tricks. We still don't know.
Well, the answer to that is, Tom, that actually they're not tricks. They're real magic. And you know, there's quite a difference between tricks and magic. You see, magic requires supernatural powers, whereas tricks are something that any 12-year-old kid can do with 15 years practice.
You know, I have a trick that I've been working on. I've done it for many, many years, and it's a fantastic trick.
Really? What sort of a trick is it?
It's called the fantastic trick. It's a fantastic cigarette trick, actually.
I see. Well, that's great. Show it to me.
No, what I need now is I need a package of cigarettes.
Oh, all right. How about that? That look like a package of cigarettes? It's all right.
That's really great. Now I need a table.
All right.
I couldn't whip that out of his sleeve. Now, this is the fantastic cigarette trick. It's been popular around the country, but made famous by me, the great Smothers. Now, the point in this trick is, if you notice, you can get a close-up here, there's a space in this package here. And in that package, I need to make a cigarette pop into that hole. But to make it even more difficult, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hit this cigarette. It will spin 3 times in the air, come down and land in that hole. It's fantastic. I amaze myself every time I do it. You be the timekeeper.
All right.
Are you ready? I need a drum roll. I don't usually do it in public.
We'll be right back with Shirley Jones, the nitty-gritty dirt band, and Pat Paulson on the second half of the Smothers Comedy Brothers Hour.
aching heart of mine is singing. Lover, come back to me. When I remember every little thing you used to do, I'm so lonely. Every road I've walked along with you. No wonder I am
The sky is blue, the night is cold, the moon is new, but love is old. And while I'm waiting, this heart of mine is singing. Lover, come.
Who are you?
I am the Sheik of Araby. Cha-cha-cha. Down, Trigger. Come on, Trigger, down. Down. Come on, Trigger.
Oh, speak chic to me.
A book of verses underneath the bough, a jug of wine, a loaf of bread, and some of thou. Beside me singing in the wilderness, oh wilderness, where paradise enow. Meow. Take 5, Trigger. Smoke if you got him. Oh, I love you, harem beauty.
I am engaged to another desert weirdo.
The sky was blue, and high above, the moon was blue, and so was love.
This little heart of mine was singing. Lover, where can you be? You came at last. Love that is dead.
Come with me, my beauty.
No, my heart belongs to another.
Ah, drat. Then I'm going to abduct you and take you with me, for no power on earth can stop me.
Except me.
It's you!
How many times do I gotta chase you guys out of our desert? Why don't they ever learn? And now, from the Sinai Desert, we take you back to Hollywood, California. In line with our policy of taking a stand on the pressing issues of the day, we now present another in our continuing series of editorials. The subject are our draft laws unfair? Here again, speaking for our program, is Mr. Patrick Paulson, Vice President.
A good many people today feel our present draft laws are unjust. These people are called soldiers. Now, Now, the crux of the criticism is based on the premise ineptitude with part gorgeous. Frankly, I find this a bit cloudy. Let us take this step by step. When we talk about the draft, we are talking about a law duly enacted by Congress in which men should be drafted first, women second, and congressmen last. And what are the arguments against the draft? We hear it is unfair, immoral, discourages young men from studying, ruins their careers and their lives. Picky, picky, picky. Actually, there is no place like the Army for building character, seeing worthwhile places, learning a trade, and just being with fine, stimulating people. Everyone knows that. Well, not everyone, or we wouldn't need a draft, would we? Now, we don't claim the draft is perfect, and we do have a constructive proposal for a workable alternative. We propose a draft lottery in which the names of all eligible males will be put into a hat and the men will be drafted according to their head sizes. The tiny heads will go into the military service, and the fat heads will go into government. Speaking for myself, I would be right up there in the front lines if they'd have me. But unfortunately, the day before I was to appear before my draft board, I shot my toe off duck hunting in my living room. Thank you and good night.
If you wish a copy of the preceding editorial, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to editorial, Box 1763, Beverly Hills, California, zip code 90210.
Once again, here's the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band with Teddy Bear's Picnic.
If you go down in the woods today, you better go in disguise. For every bear, if ever there was, will gather there for certain, because today's the day the teddy bears have their picnic. Time for the teddy bears. They're having a lovely time today. Woo! Got strapped in their underwears, a picnic on their holiday. See them gaily gather about. They love to play the duck and they're having the gal. At 6 o'clock, their mamas and daddies will take them home to bed because they're tired little teddy bears.
That's all, folks.
Oh, don't be alarmed. We're just celebrating a wedding anniversary. That's right.
Yes, it was on this day, Halloween night, 9 years ago, that my brother...
Come on, spit it out.
9 years ago, my brother, little Dickie Smothers, got married.
That's right.
The fact that he got married on Halloween has nothing to do with his marriage, but you ought to see his wife. She's a good dancer, though.
I said, cut it out.
Excellent dancer. Seriously, friends, you know, it's nice to reminisce about years gone by, and there are certain things that stand out in my mind, and one of these things was when Dickie got married, October 31st. This is the truth.
Do you really remember it that well?
October 31st, 1959, when you got married. And I remember it was a Saturday afternoon. And
that's right.
I remember it was a 2 o'clock wedding. And at 12 o'clock, all the guys...
Salinas.
That's right. And all the guys in my fraternity, you know, all three of us, we piled in the car.
Well, you had a bad rush that year, you know.
My brother told me 6 weeks before he was going to get married, he told me he was going to get married. And of course, I asked him, because I'm his only brother, I asked you, remember how I asked you if I could be best man?
That's right, and I let you be best man.
You never said I could be best man.
Oh, come on, cut it out.
You said I couldn't be best man.
What do you mean? You were best man, weren't you?
Mom let me be best man.
What'd you say?
Mom let me...
Tell me.
Mom let me be best man. Because you got a dog.
All right, that's nothing. Anyway, what his point is that I was married 8 years ago, and Tommy got to be best man. It was a wonderful wedding.
It was pretty exciting, you know. You get pretty excited at a wedding, you know, and everybody was kind of starched and tense and...
Tense, and yeah.
Tensed up.
Tense,
too. Right, and I wasn't even getting married, and I was tense, and then right after the ceremony was over, everybody kind of relaxed. We had a big time, went upstairs for the cake and stuff at the conception. That's right. There's a lot of dancing.
Reception! He meant reception.
Reception.
The word is, really, it was an ordinary reception, just regular. Thanks a lot.
Anyway, I consider my brother a very lucky fella because he married Linda, and they've been married for 8 years, and they have 3 beautiful children, and I'm their godfather.
That's right, and my children have managed to live through it.
Just what do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing, Tommy. I was only kidding.
Anyway, I love them very much, and I asked my brother that since this is his anniversary, why doesn't he sing a song that's appropriate, an appropriate love song? And he said, what song should I sing? And I said, it's up to you. I didn't marry her. I'll see you later. So he picked 2 beautiful songs, which express the feeling he has for his wife and his family.
Look at that face, just look at it. Look at that fabulous face of yours. I knew first look I took at it. This was the face that the world adores. The way that it makes me happy, whatever the time or place. I'll find in no book what I find when I look at your face. Just think of things like daffodils and peaceful sheep on clovered hills, the mooning sound of whippoorwills, and you'll see the face that I love. Think of any old sky getting ready to cry. Down comes the rain, but it's raining confetti. Then think of things like far-off isles, 2 blue-green eyes, and sun that smiles, and in your hand a wishing star, the one you thought too far above. Every lovely view introduces you to the face, Look at that face, just look at it. Look at that fabulous face of yours. I knew first look I took at it. This was the face that the world adores. The way that it makes me happy, whatever the time or place. I'll find in no book what I find when I look at your face. very much. And now I would like to introduce you to that face I was singing about, my lovely wife, Linda. Linda, come with me. You forgot something here, Richard. Oh, Stephen! Come here, kid. Come here, kid. Here. Oh, come here, Susie. Hey, you get to go out there again. Oh, look at that. You know, my kids have really learned a lot from their godfather, Uncle Tommy. Haven't you? Dickie, you learned a lot? Yeah. Stephen, did you learn a lot? No, he didn't learn a lot. Susie, tell me what...
On television.
You see it? Oh, Susan, tell everybody what you learned from Uncle Tommy.
Mom always liked you best.
Is that right? Well, that's our tricks and treats for tonight, and we'd like to thank Harry Blackstone, Jr. for the tricks and Shirley Jones for the treats. Yeah, and don't forget the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Tommy. Brett. And, next week we're going to have that superb actor. Next week we're going to have that superb actor Ricardo Montalban and the lovely and talented Diane Carroll. And the great, you too, and the great pop group, the First Edition. So be with us then. Good night. Good night.
Special magic effects provided by Blackstone Jr. Also appearing on tonight's show were Lee French and Inga Nielsen. This is Roger Carroll speaking.